Hey Sterlingers, hope you're having a good day. I'm back with another Cthulhu Death May Die miniature. This is not so mini, but this is the star spawn of Cthulhu, one of the minions from the Death May Die game. And we're starting, he is primed in skeleton bone, and we're starting off with a Fyreslayer Flesh shade all over the miniature. Reason for that is because we want to have a brownish, beigeish undertone, and the Fyreslayer Flesh on top of the skeleton bone is perfect for that. And you're going to see as we put on more contrast paints on top of this huge mini, it's going to turn out amazing. You guys thought Cthulhu was beautiful. This star spawn turns out looking even better, I think, and will pop on the table. The investigators are just going to be so scared to see this thing show up on the table. And if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thousands of others have already done that, and it's free, folks. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps support the channel. Also, you can hit that like button, and you can hit that little notification bell also to find out when I put out new videos. Alright, we're going to move on to some Magos Purple now. This is going to be for the inside part of its mouth. Just to make it that it differentiates from the tentacles coming out. And we're using some Dreadful Visage on the face, like the carapace skin here. I was hoping it would stay a little bit more purplish, but as it dries, it just doesn't for some reason on top of this. Rattling Grime now for those horns or tentacles sticking out of his head. And we're also going to give this big miniature a mani-pedi with this. We're going to do his nails on his hands, on his feet. We'll try and get all the insides. It's a little hard to get inside the bottom there, underneath those. I think they might, I don't know if they're horns or are they tentacles as well coming out of the head. I don't know if they move. I don't know too much the lore of Cthulhu, but I do love Death May Die. Great game. And if you haven't pledged for season 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure you can late pledge right now. I'm not 100% sure, but go take a look at that. Alright, Fyreslayer Flesh now to give those wings an even more eerie look and a more fleshy look. After having done the outside part of them though, I kind of should have just did the inside and left the outside like almost like with the just that Fyreslayer Flesh, because then it would have been like almost like the outside is a bit lighter than the darkened. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do with it, go ahead. Moving along now to Creed Camo. This is going to be covering up the rest of the miniature pretty much, except for the tentacles. But look at what it's doing with that Fyreslayer Flesh. You can see some of the brown beige coming through and just giving it a very eerie look. Really scary. Now, I'm not going to do... he's got his spine bones like sticking out in the back. I'm not going to do those. I'm going to leave those as they are, just like I said, they are bones. They are sticking out. Just be careful not to hit anything else as you're going along with this, especially underneath those horns or whatever there, those tentacles from his head with that rattling grime. I mean, if you hit it, it's not a big deal. You won't see it too much. But yeah, try and get to every little nook and cranny. Put a lot on your brush. Let it work into the recesses. You can pick up any pooling if you want afterwards. But Creed Camo, and I think I'd used, I don't remember which one I used on Cthulhu. It was a little bit brighter. This one's a bit darker, so this I find gives a little bit more of a grimier look. Now in the artwork, of course, the skin is almost like brown, which would have been kind of boring, I think, just a brown skin. I found a lot of pictures that I found had a lot of green skin for this guy, so I figured let's go with the green and really make him pop on the table. Alright, we're moving on to those tentacles in front now with some Volupus Pink. Another contrast paint, of course. Like I said, we're using contrast paints on the entirety of this miniature. We're going to be putting on all those nice tentacles coming out of his mouth. I do have to say, though, the details on the star spawn are a little bit better than Cthulhu himself. I found this one had a little bit more muscle tone to him, a little bit more, I don't know, he seems more menacing, to be honest. At first, when I saw the miniatures, I thought this guy was Cthulhu and the other one was something else, but then, no, it's not. So, yeah. And as you can see, again, the Fyreslayer Flesh coming through again just a little bit, making the areas darker, making just that pink look a little bit more gruesome. And then I come back to the Magos Purple to put it back on top of that face again, so that carapace of a face, it looks almost like Predator. And very lightly, just to give it a nice little purplish hint. Nurgling Green now, we're going to dry brush this on the entirety of the green surface here, and as you can see, we're just hitting the top parts, the raised edges, all those folds, all the hard parts of the skin, and it does a great job making it even more spooky. A little bit of centaur skin now. Sorry that went a little out of focus there, but this is for all his eyes, and I think he's got like 5 or 6 on each side. And I also went a little off camera there. I thought it was a little bit closer than that. So just be careful where the eyes are, just to keep an eye on that. And we're going to make them pop even more with a little bit of gloss varnish now. We're going to put this on top so it makes them shine, and it makes them even more scary to look at. And there you have it, folks. The star spawn of Cthulhu is painted and ready to fight those investigators. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next one.